Today, I decided to come to you with a very heavy heart. I watched this news yesterday, Pale Juja, where I don't know if to call them a religion or whatever they are. Point is not what they are. Point is how they were handled. First of all, let me make a disclaimer and say I'm not here to defend anything. I'm not here to say they are innocent. I'm not here to say they are guilty. What I'm here to say is past event we've seen in this country of demonizing one particular community whenever they get back to their roots. What happened in Juja, where these people are being branded Mungiki, some of the claims and allegations that were placed for them to be charged were them dressing their women in sort of manner, long dresses, not being able to use gadgets whenever they're going to the shrines and all that. First of all, saying that we got them in their shrine. Kenya has over 4,000 registered churches, over 10,000 unregistered churches. Today being a Sunday, I can promise you that there is more than 32 million Kenyans. Kenya is 80% Christian. And statistics show on a normal Sunday, there is over 32 million Kenyans that attend churches. Different denomination, mixed of ideas from people worshipping on towers, or people worshipping from wherever else. Some even go further, and this is within their own faith. I'm a Christian, I'm a stout Catholic. And people within their own belief take wine within their churches because of their culture, because of what they believe happened in those days. So you finding Moratina and accusing these people, this is evidence to place in a court and judge these people that they are cult. First of all, there is a community, there is a religion within the 2019 census that has 5.6 million people. These people dress their women, they cover their women with buis, and the only thing part of their body that is visible is their eyes. We have never seen anyone being dragged humiliatively behind a Land Cruiser. First of all, in this country, people are accorded their respect. There were matters of FGM which I do not condone. But we have communities in this country who practice these activities, and we've never seen anyone being arrested for mere allegation. Due process is done. Then, when found guilty, that is when they are charged. For Kikuyu community, and this is something that has happened before, there was a time in this country young men from the Kikuyu community could not wear Sahara. So many unmarked graves wherever they were disappeared to, young men were killed simply because of wearing Sahara in this country. Now, every time Kikuyu try and come together to practice their own culture, there is this notion that it is a cult. The same culture that brought freedom to this country, the same culture that allows our constitution and gives so many rights within our that book called Constitution. The same law that we use, the Sharias we use in this country, that culture that you demonize so much gave freedoms to that. Now, I think it is only fair moving forward because it has been established that being born a Kikuyu, first of all, logs you in to this thing called Mungiki. It is been proven that being born a Kikuyu automatically logs you in into the Mungiki thing. Then, secondly, you're left to defend your behaviors to either be ruled out of Mungiki, first of all by religion, whatever religion you practice, second of all by what you choose to wear. Then from that, people will decide, ama Sharia will decide whether to place you as a normal Kenyan citizen or you fully Mungiki now. I have no issues with the police doing their mandate. What I have an issue is humiliating Kenyans, and by mention Kikuyus, humiliating them, parading them to the national TVs, dragging them through the behind of a Land Cruiser with mere allegations with no substantial evidence of them being members of the cult or the sect called Mungiki. Due diligence would have been done, and we should have been told these people wameshikwa sababu ya hii na hii na hii, not because they've been practicing their culture. Because first of all, Moratina, we had a whole governor from Transoia the other day mention that Busa should be made legal. No one should be taken to jail because of Busa. That is their culture. Our culture is Moratina. So I do not understand why the Kikuyu community is being subjected to. This is paining me so much, because the kind of humiliation these people were being dragged into, they should have been taken through the due processes that are there within our laws. It is only fair that something should have been, due process should have been followed before they were taken uh, to such levels of humiliation. These people are singing songs. I do not understand when singing songs became a crime in this country. It is very wrong. It is uncalled for. It is humiliating. It is something that should be checked first of all before we try anything. I met a couple of Masais yesterday in town, and they were dressed in their attires with the shuka na ile njora hapa na rungu side. Nobody is charging them with carrying crude weapons in this country. But when a Kikuyu tries and sings with their mother tongue, when a Kikuyu tries and drinks Moratina, when a Kikuyu tries to go back to their roots and practice what they only know to be their culture, that browns you automatically as a Mungeki and gives you an open door to the local jails. It is not fair.